Welcome to the third session of this our Umbraco meetup, um, Umbraco web development. It's nice to meet you all. And okay, my name is Vishnu. I'm your host for this event. Um, and we are going to start our third event or third session on the Umbraco development series. And here we have our Umbraco expert Girish with us, who is going to uh, give us a small demo on like how we can implement Umbraco templates. So I'm going to pass this event to Girish.
Thank you, Vishnu. Am I audible?
Yeah, yeah, you
Yeah.
can start.
Okay. So, hope my screen is visible for you all. If it's yes, then please give me a thumbs up. Yeah, hope it's visible for you all. So let's start with mastering Umbraco templating. So, yeah, hi all. For those who new to Umbraco, it's an open source content management system that allows developers to build dynamic and scalable websites. And templating is the most simple and interesting topic on this area. So let's start with the first slide. So templating. In Umbraco, there are main three concepts that mark up the concept of templating. First one is template, second one is partial views, and the third one is macro partials. So templating in Umbraco built on the concept of razor view from the ASP.NET MVC. Basically, it's a place of markup. There you can have full control over what's going to show on your template like that. So let me jump to the back office, Umbraco back office, so it should be more clear to you all. So the screen that you're seeing right now is our demo um, demo Umbraco websites developed in Umbraco 11. So on the settings tab, you can find the templating. So what is this template? Like whatever things that you see on the front page, the view page that comes on the templating. Just give me a second. Yeah, now it's visible. So yeah, okay. So those things that yeah. So we have three concepts like templating, partial view, and partial view macros. These are the three things that we are going through today. So also styles and scripts are helpful for this templating. So basically first let's go with the master templating. So instead of duplicating style sheet, references, navigation, header, footer, um, we use this master templates. So the concept is like it's contain only the reference and the header, footer, that kind of common classes. And this uh, templating like macro, the master template. The template can inherit concepts from the master template by using the .NET view layer features. So, for example, let's take a node hot home, and on the info area, we can find the document type and template sync. So, in every document type, we can develop and we can add two type of templates. One is default template and the other one is alternate templates. So here we have only one templates, but in from the settings tabs we can create multiple templates here. So if you create a new templates, I mean you can create multiple templates and that all goes as alternate templates. And the template can be created in two ways. One is like we can right click on the template node and create a new templates. That's the one way. And the other one is like go to the document type, and here you can create a document type with the templates. So what will happen if we select document type with template is like uh, if you create a document type, then with that same name, for example, if I create a about us page about document type, then with the same name there will be a new template will be created. So here you can see we already have a template called home page, and in the home page types you can see the same name like a home page. It's a document type that's already there, and with the same name there's a template under the master templates. So once you take a templates, let's go with a plain one. Let's create a new template. So I'm creating a template for about us page. So here you can see about us. This is our yeah, this about us. We already created a. Let me save it. So yeah, now we already created a about us templates, and here you can see a box called master templates. Now currently it's selected, I mean inheriting the reference from the master layouts. So if you remove it, what will happen is the layout is changing. Like if you want to inherit, then you can select master templates. You can do that multiple way. Like you can create templates. I mean child templates. Like for example, under master templates, you have a common page, and inside that common page you have different sections. Like one is like a two type of pages. One is like with left side navigation, and one is with full width content. In that kind of cases, what we need to do is like we can create a separate two templates, two layouts, and you can sell instead of selecting that master templates, you can select that template as well. So what will happen is like the this template will inherit from the first level parent, and that is also inherit from the next parent. That means the master templates. So yeah, so this is the master templates, and also we have few options like insert options. So we already mentioned like we have three concepts. Like one is view, and the other one is macro partials. So these are mainly used for to help the templating, like to divide and make it more easy for to understand and to develop. So, for example, if you look into the master templates, what you can see is like only the reference as the paths where it's all navigating. So we have a header, we have a footer. These are common for all the pages. So we added it in the master templates, and the rest of things comes under that templates. So currently we have a home page. So here you can see few codes are here. Like this is also templates. So what we develop in the template is like just a markupping. We don't write codes in the markups, I mean in the templates. For example, we have a service block, then we can create a new macro, and we have a portfolio, then you can create a new macro partial or macro. Like that you can make it more simple to understand. For example, in this is the home page, and here you can see different blocks: service block, portfolio block, about block, like that. So now let's see, here you can see some codes in the team block. So what you need to do is like you can go to the partial view macro, and here you can create a new macro and move that code um, all to this block. So it will what will happen is like it will be more clear to understand when someone look into the home page, home templates. So let me cut it from here, and let me save it here, and give a name like what was this one. team. Okay, team block. Let me save it. Okay, so currently I just removing this block from here, and we already created a partial macro here for that. So how we can render this here is like, you can see an insert drop down box here. Here you can see few options. One is value, partial view, dictionary item, macro. So here I am picking the macro, and here the new creator team is visible. So let's select the theme and save it. So what will happen is like, if you refresh the home node, you can still visible that team section. See, and same way we can remove this one as well, and we can add it in the macro partial as well. So it will be more clear for to understand and read. So other another options that we have in the insert are like view. Just give me a demo. Like for example, in the home node, we have what we have is like a link and display content, some welcome text only. So how we can display that welcome text on the front end? It's pretty easy with this functionality. Just click on the value and select which field you need to display. Currently we have custom fields here and standard fields as well. Here standard fields are the fields standardly created when we create a document types, and the other one is like a custom fields like a link and welcome text that we create already. And add a default value if you want to add a default value. If in case sometimes people miss to add this content, then what we can do is like, just copy this content and add it in the default text. So what will happen is like, it will generate a code for you, and by using this code you can view, I mean we can render, you can show that content from the back office. The CMS will be pretty easy, right? So the recursive functionality is also available here. So currently I'm just going with this much only. So this one, once you inserting, what will happen is like, Umbraco engine will help you to generate the code, and it will add here. So this one we already having in the front page, so I'm not reusing that code again. But yeah, let's go back and see the next option, partial view. So we already shown like, what is a macro, right? Hello, everyone is there, right? Is it boring for you all?
No, Girish, you
No,
can continue.
okay, okay, fine.
Everyone's still
So
listening. Yeah.
yeah, fine. So the thing is like, in case of partial, partial can be included in your template for sharing functionality across different page templates. Partial view is in Umbraco is exactly the same as partial view in the normal MVC projects, but in case of macros, the macro is a kind of wrapper for reusable piece of functionality that you can utilize in different place throughout your page. The other benefits of using macros are like, yeah, uh, you can macro can be used macro can be used for reusable dynamic components that can be controlled by editors to enable functionality into the grid or restructured editors. Yeah, that I will show you. Same time, let me finish this one. So here you can see like, if you want to add a macros partial view or something, then what you need to do is like, click on the partial view, and you can select partial view that we already created. So partial views are located under this partial view block. So here you can see for homepage, we created a contact us partial view, and same time for common area, we developed a header section, and yeah. the partial view. In the common area, we already have footer and header as well. So in the footer, we all this just a plain templates. What I am showing is like how we can template this, like how we can divide and make it more easy and proper way to template this a normal HTML page. Okay, so basically what I'm saying is like a templating. These are the area we need to do the templating. And partial view macro, style sheets, scripts are helps for to implement the templating. For example, if you want to add some styles or something, then you have to create styles under this styles under this style sheet. And we already have a style called style.css here. And if you have some scripts or something to add, then you can right click and create those scripts under the script area. Same like um, once after you added these scripts and style sheets, you can add those in the master layout. The benefit is like this will be reflect for all the templates that's comes under this master templates. So for example, for some pages, like for example, a home page, you want to add some additional styles and or additional scripts. In that kind of cases, that styles are not relevant for other pages. For example, we have two pages like a about us page and a contact page and home page. In about us page, thing like in about page we have a slider, and in that slider we need to add some additional styles or script. In that kind of cases, we can use this selections operation. So in this selection operation, first you need to do is like define a name section. So how we implement this, like for example, I need to add a footer section. So what I'm doing is like creating a section, default name, footer script. I'm adding some footer script here. So I just want to add that in the master layout or some other places. Just submit it. So here you can see a section is added. So what I need to do is like add a script, script tag, something like alert. I, okay, let me save it. So now we added a sections here. That means we already defined a name and added that in the home page, and but that we need to be added in the footer area. Like this script should be in a proper manner. We need to arrange the templating, right? So for that we need to add this those scripts should be moved to this area. Then what you need to do is like just go to the same area and render the name sections, and you can select which one you need that. So footer script, I'm just added. And if you want to make it section is mandatory, then you can select it. For now I'm just adding like this only. So what will happen is like if you refresh the page, uh, that will render like this kind of. If you inspect and see, what will happen is like it's actually in the inner page, inner area, right? Because we have a footer and a body render body is here. So that means home this set of code will appear on this area only. And that means the script, if we added some external scripts in the inner templates, then it will look weird, like it will be look like mess up, like there are HTML code scripts are mess up. That kind of cases you can use this kind of render sections. So what will happen is like if you inspect and see, those script will be moved directly to this lower area. So so your template will be look very decent way. And so let me clear this one. And next thing, yeah, render child templates. This we already mentioned. Like, sorry if I didn't mention. Let me repeat it again. So, for example, we need a templates, and when we have a full template, we will we will contain those all templates on the master templates only, and we need to divide it into separate templates, like a small subchild sub templates you need to create. In that kind of cases, what you can do is like you can create new template and make as master templates, and you already created, but the system don't understand like this should be take to the master templates area where it should be shown. In that kind of cases, what you need to do is like add the section, render the child, submit it. So what will happen is like this subchild sub templates data will be rendered here, and it will be looks normal way, like you can, I mean, in the templates, it's pretty simple and only contain the markup things only. But and we can make it more easier way. So yeah, that's the section area, and comes to query builder. So we already covered. Yeah, there is a one more option in the insert box. It's like a dictionary item. So what is the dictionary item is like we can do multiple languages. It's a multi-language supporting platform. Umbraco is a multi-language supporting platform. So if you have to add a dictionary, you want to display a dictionary, uh, what you need to do is like you can create a dictionary here. If you have multiple language, you can create multiple language on the language section by adding a new language. We already have some list of languages, so what you need to do is like just select it and save it. Then once after that, you can see the additional language as well here with a new language box, so you can translate it and add it and save it. So this kind of cases for common common text, we can implement that text in the translation area, and once after that, you can use the dictionary item, you can select it and just add it. Then it will be look pretty like easy way, right? Just adding a translation and selecting that translation to the view page. Yeah, it's pretty easy, like using this insert functionality. So you can insert values from this insert functionality, same like partial view, dictionary, macros, everything that you can insert from here. So same like here, if you have a command, add a new text, then that will be the default text for the dictionary. And for now, I'm just removing this one. And some cases like if you have a navigation area or something like that, kind of you need to implement some kind of queries. In that kind of cases, you can use this query builder. Just select on the query section, and here you can implement that query. So in the content area under home page, we have a blogs section. So in the blog section, under that blog section, we have multiple blogs are added. It's a blogging page, just thing like that. So I want to implement a logic. I want to list that blocks in the layout page. What I need to do is like just click on the query builder, and what I need to do is like what document type I need to show. Just select the block, and from where like which node this blocks. And if you have some where cases, some logics you need to implement, then you can add this year data or name should be like this. That way you can add where cases, and if it's there is no where cases, then you can go with the order by. So for this I'm creating based on created date. So based on created date I need to display the blocks. So for example, if you want, instead of descending you want to ascending, you can select ascending. Then you can see the block 1 block 2 are switching. So the latest news should be displayed on the front. That's what my recommend. Then I just go with descending. So based on that, the display engine will show this is the view. The block 2 will be displayed first, block 1 will be displayed second, like that it will show here. Same time there will be a C sharp code will be developed here as well. So here you can see the child document type should be block, and only visible, only published data will be shown. And what our logic is order by descending based on created dates. So if you submit it, you can see the logic is implemented here. You can see Umbraco content, and this getting the child node list, and this child node list is making as a for loop. And from that we displaying the name with the URL. So this is also possible with the query builder. This much things that we can do in the templating area. And if you want to know more on this templating, and how we can work more on the templating, we have some pretty good documentation by Umbraco. That URLs I will share in the chat as well. And the same time in the macro case of macro, there are multiple where we can use this kind of macros. For example, uh, this macros can be in the slides we already mentioned, we can implement that in the rich text editor and grid like that. So I'm just showing how we can implement that. So for example, we have an RT. So in the next section we will go through in detail on this data types, and the same time how we can do the how we can create the document types, how we implement the um, um, the grid block editor, how we implement this kind of things, that we will be concerned on the next section. So now I'm going with the RTA. So here you can find a document data type called rich text editor. So here you have some option picking what the toolbars contain. If you selected this macro, what will happen is there you can select macros as well in the front end. So let me give a demo. Right now, I think, yeah, we don't have any RTs. So let me create one RT for you for the demo. Uh, Rest contents. And here we need a rest text editor. So I'm submitting it. Sam publish. So here you can see we added a test content. So here in the toolbar, you can see an option called insert macro. At moment, we have a macro called about. The rest of them are not visible in the macro area. It's because in the settings tab, we have an additional field called uh, here you need to be enabled, then only it will be displayed on the front end. For example, you need to display the portfolio as well in the front, also you need to render it in the RT. Then you can just select it and save it, then what will happen is like this is also possible to render here. So just select it, so you can see like about and portfolios both are displayed here. So just click on the about us, then you can, it is visible here, the about section is visible here, but the thing is like the styles are mm, broken. And if you need to fix in the back office as well, what you need to do is like for that also we have an option in the templates, in the rt data type, in the rt we have an option to select the styles. At moment we have only one styles, but if in case like you want some you want to write some particular style for the rich text editor, then what you need to do is like right click on the style sheet, create, and rich text editor, and discuss changes. The artist styles. So I'm creating a class here. So here you can code two ways. One is like you can pick the rich text editor fields like for example add a class name for h1, for h1 h sorry heading, you can give same h1 as well here and here as well, but what I'm searching is like a give some style names here, like header one or something like that. So and you can add the styles here, color for example, color red, then that will be displayed here as well. So like that you can add styles and submit. This will be rendered like this, or you can directly go to the coding area and you can directly add the styles and just save it. Once after that, what you need to do is like go back to the data type area, restrict editor, and select the artist styles and submit it. This will be reflect, and you can reuse this kind of things in the this sections. And I mean like you can render that with the macro as well. So for example, if you added a new block or something like that, then that will be displayed like this, page header, page block, like that. You can add more styles here. So these are the standard blocks already added with the Umbraco RT. So this is an option. This is also an option like fetching the fetching the macros. So same like implementing macros. You can pass parameters as well with the macros. In that kind of cases, what you need to do is like go to the partial area. You can pick the parameters, and you can add what kind of parameter you need to be passed, text area or text blocks, like that. You can just add, and you can pass that through the macros as well. So the second thing on the macro is like you can add caching as well in the macro. So the benefit is like in some cases, like for example, footer, it is same content you displaying on the all the times. Then you need to speed up the site, and in that kind of cases, what you need to do is like you can add some seconds. This is read with seconds, like if you caching for 100 seconds for 60 seconds, that means for 1 minute it will be caching this page. So this same thing we can implement in the partial as well, but we need to be write codes for that, like yeah, let me open a document for you, then it will be more clear for you. Yeah, templating. So yeah, so this is the Umbraco document, Umbraco build document. So here you can see Umbraco partial views. So in the Umbraco partial views, they already giving some options like doing the caching with cache by member, cache by page, like that. If you want to cache by member, then what you need to do is like just active, make it active, and use this particular code in your code. Then it will be take like I mean, in the parameters you need to be pass as true, then it will by default it will be like false. But if you pass as true, then it will be like caching for members only. And case of pages, so it will be caching for pages only, like that. We will work like that. So these are some documents that helpful for you to do the templating. So this URLs I'm adding in the meeting chat so that you can refer. Hello. Uh,
Yeah, Girish,
yeah,
please
yeah,
continue.
yeah. So these are the main areas that comes in the templating. So mm, on our next section, we will cover like how we can create new document types, and what is the purpose of compositions, and what are the other possibilities with the document type. Like there are compositions fields are there, and based on these compositions, we can uh, um, manipulate the model builders as well. Like instead of passing the whole page model, we can pass a block and a composition block only as a new page. Like yeah, let me show it in a demo. Sure. So here we have a home page. No, go to the master templates. Okay. So here you can see like we have a partial view sync. So what we are doing is like we can pass home page directly to that partial view. Instead of that, if we created um, as a composition, and we refer that compositions in our uh, home page, then what will happen is like we can inherit just like this navigation. Now you can see like we have a compositions called main navigation. So this will inherit here. So based on that same way, uh, the model builder is also will generate models based on that way. So the benefit is like instead of passing the all home page, you can pass the particular main navigation or something kind that way. Like only that block only you can pass to that particular partial views. And yeah, yeah, these things we will cover in our next section. Same like data types also we will cover on next section. So on next section we will cover like how we can render, I mean how we can get data from back office to the templates using that picker drop downs, how we can use dissolve fields, and how we can create new custom data types. That all we cover in our next sections. So hope this all helpful for you all, and thank you. If you have any questions or something, please.
Mr. Mark. Um, if anyone got any questions, like it's time to fire. Okay, I think it's time to wind up. Um, I hope like everyone enjoyed this session. And thank you, Girish. Before we leave, actually, I would like to say something like, Umrock is going to release its version 12 on this month. I think it's 29th, but there is actually already a release um available, like a release candidate available. I would like to know like if anyone checked or not.
Yeah, I checked Vishnu.
Okay, that will be good. Like, then can you like if possible, like I think we have 10 more minutes. Like if you can tell us like if you already checked, can you tell us like, oh, what's new with Umbraco 12 or something like that? Like
Yeah, yeah, I tried out the release candidate version. So the main difference or the main change in that version is the we can expose the content as JSON. So in that way we can leverage the Umbraco to the next level, and we can say it's kind of a headless. We can make it Umbraco as both headless and both standard CMS. And the second major change is the data base kind of change. Like we can use entity framework.core for the database, for the custom tables and custom database actually. We know that in the current versions we are using an ORM called npoco. So and yeah, they are using npoco for the database operations, the Umbraco database operations, but they are also introduced the entity framework.core for custom tables, because in some scenarios we need to handle some sort of custom data. So in that case we can use the entity framework.core, and we can leverage the functionality of that framework actually. So these are the two major change of the Umbraco tool. So I think that gives Umbraco to the next level actually, because the headless is the most awaiting feature in the web development, because we all know that no one is going to stick to a technology actually, because we have a numerous of front-end technologies we have. So we can integrate the Umbraco to with different kind of front-end technology. But the only thing currently we are lacking is how we can expose these Umbraco data to the front-end framework. But now in the latest version they introduced the headless feature, with some sort of authentication and some sort of some sort of permissions kind of things is there. So that will leverage the headless feature of the Umbraco actually. Yes, those are the main two features actually. And there are lots of bug fixes also they fixed in these versions, and these are the two major features of this new release. Yeah, I think it's releasing on this month last. I think so. After the now there is a Code Garden is going on. It's a festival, Umbraco festival happening every year. So that's after that event. I think they are going to release this new version. So yeah, we can have a look into it after the the major version is released. Yes, but everyone can try out the release candidate. It's available in the NuGet as well. Yeah.
yeah, if there are breaking changes, like it will be good to have a detailed session on that. Like if possible, can you take a session like before our next
Yeah, I
meeting?
think we can. Yeah, I think we can plan this month last or after the release of Toll,
I think
maybe,
it's like it
or
will be
this
good to
month.
have a one before the release, like so everyone can know like what's going to happen with the new release.
Yeah, sure. Then we can plan for this month last actually. Yep.
Okay, good.
Yep.
Okay, anyone else got a chance to look at this new release? No, only Dinesh. That's fine then. Um, okay then. Thanks you everyone for attending this beautiful event, and yeah, Girish, thanks again. Um, and have a nice evening, everyone. Okay, see you soon then. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.